everybody, it's your homeboy Mr. Chunky here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys the first episode in my stories, my lifetime stories series. This story isn't going to be a long one, I promise. I'm trying not to make these stories long, but I'm bringing you guys some Destiny gameplay today. I'm going to be doing some, the Vanguard Nightfall Strike, the weekly strike for my Hunter, the agility character, the one that's all about the sniping, you know, snipperdoodling. But without further ado, let me get straight into today's story. Now, I told this on my stream once, but I'm going to repeat it again for those who didn't see the stream, because I understand the stream was a long one, and, well, it wouldn't be right for me to ask you guys, go search through the stream and look for my video. Ew. But, like, basically what happened throughout the stream was I told everybody what happened between me and my father, and how, I'm staying at my mom's place now full time, and that, well, I don't see him much anymore. And a lot of people, oh hey, what's up, Speedy? I'm just making a video here. You can join in on me on the Nightfall if you want. It's actually story time episode, the first one that was suggested by a couple of my viewers on my stream the other day, and it's basically based on how my father, well, how he basically chose to go and live with my mother full time. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Oh. 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 I'm trying to run for these guys right now. Let me get to a better position where I feel comfortable, then I'll start talking again. But yeah, basically, it was switchover day on Sunday, and I had to go to my father's place for my mother's, because I was on my mother's week on the first week of spring break, and the second week was supposed to be with my father's. Never happened. So my dad said to me midday that he was gonna go out to a meeting, a quote unquote meeting, because I mean he doesn't really have any meetings. He just makes up some bullshit lies for us to cover up. We already picked up on the game though, of course. And he's, oh yeah, I gotta revive you, don't I? And he said that he'd be gone by 8 o'clock tonight, and since my mother was out working, she wasn't going to be home in time. She just so happened to get off work early enough to get us to my father's 10 minutes before he was supposed to leave, and my sister and I went up to knock the door, and apparently he wasn't there, but he really was, because when we entered the driveway, uh, the lights were on in the kitchen. Now, he tried to tell us that they weren't the kitchen lights, but I know the lights in my own house, of course. I've been there for 5 years. I think I know what my lights look like. Anyways, basically what happened was he turned off the lights and hid in the house really quietly and tried not to let any of us know that he was there. Though we already knew he was there, because when I called him, he was trying to act all quiet. He tried to cover it up by saying he was in a meeting, but he really wasn't in a meeting, because I heard no talking in the background. If there was a meeting, I would have heard talking in the background. Like, come on, that's just common sense. Let's be real here. And this is real sneaky stuff. But anyways, then my sister was getting a little bit worried at the time. She was a little bit stressed, because, I mean, this stuff kind of stresses her out. She's only 11 now, right? So she gets stressed out pretty easily. But I told her this time not to worry about it, because worst case scenario, we're just going to go live with mom full time. And that's what we did. We went back to our house with my mom, and basically he was asking for an explanation of why we went back, and then he said he would pick us up tomorrow, and then I just told him to forget it, and that I'm not going back to his place, and that it's done. And I mean, we saw light on, you didn't open the door for us, so why should we come back to your place? And a lot more went on in that, but I'm not going to go too in depth on just that part. I'm just giving you guys the rough overview of how the story went. I'm not going to go to the itty gritty details for every little thing in this story. I mean, because it is part personal and it is part just between our family of mine. So being able to explain this right now is already enough explanation for what I got to give you guys. Basically, when we went home to discuss this, my father also called me as well as texting. So he texted me, and I told him that, hey, I'm staying at my mom's now full time. And then he called me for a better explanation, because he thought my mom was quote unquote brainwashing me into staying at her place full time, which was definitely not the case. Because I mean, you wouldn't leave your kids outside on the porch for nearly an hour for no reason. I mean, I know I wouldn't do that, but basically, I called him and he just got really pissed. And I mean, normally, like, he yells, I don't really give a shit because, I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, the shit he gets mad over, I just, like, I normally sit there and I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't really care. But this time I just, like, I yelled right back. I stood up for myself. I told him that he needs to literally fuck off and he's being a complete dick. He left us out on the deck, and that was his issue. I mean, that's not the only thing that made me choose to stay with my mom. I mean, there's a lot more. There's like way more deaths from like 2 years ago that he did from 2 years ago. Besides cheating on my mother to make me or influence me to make this decision, he still doesn't understand. He has to ask me for a full-on explanation. I feel like he's a complete dumbass because he shouldn't have to ask me for explanation on shit he's done. If you've done shit in the past, you know it's gonna constantly make shit worse in the future or have an effect on your family, then you should know that, and you really shouldn't be doing that. And you should know between right and wrong. He did wrong, and well, he deserves what he gets now. It's basically all that matters from all this. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I guess to wrap things up, I live with my mom's now full time. I'll say that once again. I do enjoy being at my mom's more, so do my friends. A lot of them hate my father, and it's very understandable why. And they don't even have to know him in person to even understand that, which is a good thing, I guess. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed this first video of the story. Please let me know down below if you like the series already. I do like to tell some stories on stream as well, so look out for my streams. Not every stream is gonna guarantee to have a story, but if something big goes on, I will go like to the nitty-gritty about it. Next time I could go in depth on competitive and where that went, and basically where it is now. Because I mean, I did say some stuff about it before, but I did promise you guys a video of me just basically giving you guys an overview of where I was in competitive before this day, before I started playing Destiny, got the PS4 and all that. But stay tuned for those videos as well. Lastly, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. It takes 2 seconds out of your day and it helps me greatly. I also appreciate the support from all and every individual of you guys. Well, this has been your homeboy, Mr. Chanka, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, everybody.